Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Pursley. I am a chiropractor here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Today I'm going to be talking about something called subluxation degeneration. And it's not a real common term, so I'm going to explain it so where everybody can understand it. Subluxation is what I deal with in the spine. A subluxation has 5 parts. First I want to talk about what the definition is. The subluxation definition is less than a complete dislocation of a joint with nervous system interference. So if you know what a dislocation is, it's when a joint comes completely out of socket. Then you know what a subluxation is, which is less than a complete dislocation. So it's not in the right spot, but it's not totally out of the socket either. Subluxation has 5 parts to it. Number 1, you get restriction of your ability to turn and bend. So if a joint is restricted, it will start to affect the nerves around it, which will lead to symptoms. Now symptoms are not really major pains or anything. They are, oh, I feel a little tight, I feel a little achy, I feel a little tender. Things that people say they're my normal daily pain. Well, it's not normal to have pain. So that's really when you should go to a chiropractor and get checked out, is when you have the symptom section. After the symptoms, it will lead to muscle tightness. If you have muscle tightness, it'll start to spasm, and then that will lead to inflammation. And that's called a crisis of pain, is when you get there. Normally, that's when I see people, is when they're swollen and inflamed. And then it's really hard to fix that person at that point. Chiropractors are really good about fixing joints, getting them to decrease inflammation and all that. But if you can come in when you're restricted and prevent that other stuff from happening, you're going to be a lot better off. Now, if you leave those first 4 things happen, and they happen in a cycle over and over and over, and you just take medications to get rid of them, what will eventually happen is something called degeneration. And that's what this model's for. So if you look at a normal joint, you have 3 things I want you to look at. Number 1, this is a disc. It's nice and thick. The bone is nice and smooth, and the nerve on the side is really thick, and you can see that right here. It's the yellow nerve here. Now, if you let the first 4 things happen, remember that is a restriction of your ability to turn and bend, leading into symptoms elsewhere in the body, which leads into muscle tightness and then swelling and inflammation. You'll move into phase 1, and then 2, and then 3 over time. It's based on time and gravity. How bad is the joint moving for how long? So if you look at phase 3, this has no joint space, the bones are really choppy, and the nerve is actually dying. It's going away. It's called atrophy. So what we want to do is we want to try to prevent this from happening, and that's why you should go to a chiropractor. Keep your joints moving properly, which will prevent this from happening. So look around you. Who do you know that has a subluxation that you could see? Who do you know that's restricted, that has tight muscles, that has symptoms every day, that is taking medications every day? Bet you can find more than you think. So go to our website, drpursley.com. It's drpursley.com. There's a lot of information there that you can look. This video will be linked to that, and you'll be able to learn a lot more about what we can actually do, and then look around you and see people that you can actually help. So once again, drpursley.com. Email me, check out our blog, and I hope to see you soon.